Testing 1, 2, 3.
Before we start with the music, just introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's David Byrne, and I'm on 39th Street.
One of the finest streets in New York City.
Yes, it doesn't get more Midtown than this.
So I'm going to play you some songs. You just need to tell me who the artist is.
All right, I don't need to tell you the exact song.
No.
Here we go, a little...
Is she going to park?
Yeah, there's going to be some parallel parking instruction. Yes, you're doing really good there. Yeah.
That's perfect.
That is perfect. Oh, it's James Brown.
Yes. Tell me about James Brown.
First time I heard James Brown, I'd never heard music like it. I didn't understand. I thought, how does that music work? It's not like strum a guitar. It's, as I think James Brown himself said, every instrument is a percussion instrument. And they all fit together like a really, like a puzzle piece.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing thing. I've seen him live years ago. Unbelievable.
Did you learn anything from him in terms of performance?
Oh, the splits? Yes. No. God bless. I can't do that. Yes.
Yeah, let's do another song.
Okay, I'm ready. Oh, this sounds like Stooges.
Yes.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah.
Look out now, because I'm using technology, as we do these days. Yes.
What about the Stooges?
I loved their records. They seemed simple, but do what they do and do it right is not easy.
Yeah.
Later on, I read articles in magazines or wherever about Iggy's performances.
Yeah.
And I thought, whoa, cover himself with peanut butter and dive into the audience and
Cutting himself.
yeah, cutting yourself. I understand when you really get going and you're playing music, you transform. You're going to get into another headspace. You're not yourself anymore or whatever. You might feel like, I'm invincible. I can jump. They'll catch me. But he did it. So yeah, it's like this incredible kind of visceral performance art mixed with these great songs.
When did you become aware of the term punk rock?
Heard about the term punk rock partly from like the Stooges, but also I think it was bands before that, like garage.
Yeah.
They were like called garage bands or garage rock or whatever. It sounded like a bunch of kids in the neighborhood learned a few chords and played something. Yeah, it was called punk rock, like the Clint Eastwood quote or whatever. You think you're going to be lucky, punk?
You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Did you identify with punk rock?
I identified with the do-it-yourself attitude. Yeah. You can express yourself with a minimal means.
Yeah.
That part of it I loved. It was about agency, giving everybody the possibility to be creative.
Whiskey River, take my...
Oh, it's Willie. I'm going to do a clever segue here. One of my favorite Willie Nelson songs is Hello, Walls. How'd it go for you today? He's talking to the walls of his apartment, and he talks to the window, and he talks to the furniture and all this kind of stuff. On my record that's coming out, I wrote a song called My Apartment is My Friend, where I also address my apartment, how my apartment kind of cradled me, made me feel safe. That's not the same sentiment that Willie's talking about. He's talking about, don't you miss her because she used to be here, now she's gone. But it was inspired by that Willie Nelson song.
I saw Willie last night.
My God!
He opened with that song.
Oh, jeez.
He seems like one of these people that will just forever be like his home is the stage.
Where was it?
Saratoga.
Wow. Oh, okay. That's a little far for me to bike to.
Yeah.
2 minute teardrop for one heart.
96 Tears. Oh, question mark of the Mysterians.
I think it's such a fun song.
I used to play on the street with a guy who played accordion, and we definitely did a version.
That's such
of
a good accordion song.
Yeah, we definitely did 96 Tears. This band, question mark of the Mysterians, was kind of like a Tex-Mex band. It's kind of like Doug Somm, Freddie Fender, which I didn't realize at first. I just heard it isolated, and then I realized, oh, there's a world of songs that sound a little bit like this. Help me, I think I'm falling. This is a hit for her, right?
Yeah.
Joni Mitchell.
Was she an influence?
I'm old enough that, I heard a lot of her stuff when it came out, but it wasn't until decades later that I went back and started listening to Blue, that record. The fact that she kind of opened up this world of personal transparency and talking about things that people could relate to, even though it was just her own experiences. I thought, this is unbelievable. Sounds like Chic, but I'm not sure. It's like Ohio
Yes.
Players.
Yes.
Oh, pretty good.
Tell me
I got it before the vocal came
Tell me
in.
about both of them, Chic and Ohio Players. I want to know about when that music started coming out.
Ohio Players, I assume they're from Ohio. What do you think?
They're actually
What do
from
you
39th Street.
They started right
They
here.
started right
Yes. They just like the sound of Ohio. Known, yeah, for having like very sexy ladies on the cover.
Yes, that helps sell.
Fold out albums, so you got the whole lady. And I mean, that was a thing.
Yeah.
I think there was one where the woman was just like
Honey.
covered in honey. It's honey dripping. Yeah.
There's like Iggy Pop was peanut butter. Ohio Players, they had the album
honey
cover
on
with the
women.
honey.
Yes,
There's
yes,
something there.
Yes, I thought, oh man, that's kind of messy and kind of sticky.
Did you ever work with Chic?
No, I've met Nile Rodgers, but never worked with him. Chic was more to me, I mean, funky, but they were more like the disco dance club thing.
Yeah.
But a really kind of minimal, stripped down version. It's like they removed everything that might not be necessary. Really worked great. Oh, wait a minute. I know this. Oh, shit. I'm going to lose it all. Oh, it's Fela.
Yes.
I recognize when the electric piano comes in. There used to be a record store on 42nd Street, right by Times Square.
We're coming full
It was
circle.
a big, we're very close to here. They had what was called the big international section.
Yeah.
There was no internet. There was pretty much no books or any way to find out if you didn't know who these artists were or what they sounded like. So I would just go in and look at the cover and go, well, that looks interesting. This guy Fela had a record called Expensive Shit. One song on each side of the record. And I thought, that's not just a groove record. He's got something to say.
Yeah.
I never got to hear him live, but it was, hugely influential.
I love this idea of just buying blind in the record store. Today you can go on, find a random playlist on Spotify and it'll just send you stuff. Like the algorithm will just kick things your way, but you had to actually go in there or ask somebody.
Yeah, you had to ask somebody, see if there was anybody in the store who could say, hey, can you recommend one of these? And sometimes if it's not something they're familiar with, they might say, no, good luck, buddy. The business partner I ended up working with on the label I founded, Luaka Bop, used to work in a record store called the Soho Music Gallery.
Yeah.
The staff there was like him, John Zorn, the jazz musician. So they knew all this music. I'm going to guess that for some customers, it might have been like that movie High Fidelity, where the staff is like a little bit snobby. It's like, oh, well, no, you're going to buy that?
Oh no. You know what? I don't think I'm selling it this week. Maybe next week.
Oh no, you said that last week.
Did I? Yeah, well, I played.
You know, I don't have that record. I'll buy it for 40.
We're up.
So, now why would you sell it to me and not to him?
Because you're not a geek, Lewis.
You guys are snobs.
I have one more song.
Blondie and Talking Heads and Ramones and all, we were all playing the same few clubs. CBGBs and other clubs. Blondie had hits almost right away.
Yeah.
In a certain way, it wasn't an accident. They were writing pop songs.
Yeah.
With an attitude. And they would write them in different genres.
Yeah.
They just loved pop music. So they'd write a reggae song, they'd write a kind of rap song, they'd write a kind of a electronic dance song, and they'd do, they'd jump from one thing to another, and they just loved that, which was beyond my capabilities at that time.
When did you guys have your first hit?
First song that really started getting radio play might have been Take Me to the River, which was our second record, and it was an Al Green song. I mean, we were doing okay playing clubs up until then. In fact, we quit our day jobs, so we were doing all right. The year that song came out, Take Me to the River, I think there were like 3 or 4 versions. Brian Ferry had a version, and a band called Foghat had a version of the same song. It was great, but it was also frustrating that it wasn't our song.
Yeah.
It wasn't the money, it was just like,
Artistically, you're like,
no, you got to
we
hear
want to
what
be
we
something that-
do. But we got a fair amount of airplay, so it was good.
I'm fascinated by this time period in New York City and the musical movement that's happening. Blondie, obviously a huge part of that. Hip hop being birthed, punk music, rock and roll, art rock, all these kind of clashing, the art happening at the same time. CBGB. Like, is CBGB overhyped? Or was it really
it's a little overhyped
important?
because there was other places that hip hop and the graffiti artists and stuff, they were kind of more in the mud club
Yeah.
zone and some other places. Club 82, kind of around the corner in the East Village, had more of the kind of theatrical acts like Wayne County and the Dictators and these different bands that had more kind of attitude and whatever things going on. The city was kind of on its knees. It was on the verge of bankruptcy. This was like Ford, the city dropped dead. So the city did not care what you did in these clubs or whether everything was on the up and up or people could just do things. It's like, I'm going to open the door and serve beer and have some music.
Yeah. And you could probably find a place to rehearse.
Yeah, you
with
could
the
find
band for pretty cheap and practice, and you didn't need to make as much money to pay your rent.
I'm afraid to tell people what our rent was then. My share was $150.
Bring it back.
Yes, can you believe that? I could work like a part-time job as a theater usher and then rehearse at night and go hear music without that cheap rent. There's no way you could do it.
Thank you for taking the time. It was great to meet you.
That was fun. Back to the real world.